you had mentioned obviously for 1942 and the war, American fascism, supporters of Nazi Germany, isolationists, Lindbergh. What role did the ADL take vis-a-vis those issues?
Well, we became a central player in the 1930s on this matter, so much so that when Pearl Harbor took place on December 7th, 1941, the FBI came to our headquarters in Chicago to ask to look at our files on Nazis in America, because since we were not at war with Germany until after Pearl Harbor, they were not allowed to monitor Nazi activity in America, but ADL as an individual group could do so. And that became a major priority. As a matter of fact, there's a book that I recommend to people called Hitler in Los Angeles. It came out a few years ago by Stephen Ross. And it's all about the activity to prevent Nazis in California from engaging in violent acts against Jews and others. And most of the activity is by people who either worked for ADL or formerly worked for ADL. So we became like the hallmark of countering fascism and Nazism in America when it really was. As a matter of fact, I live on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, and that neighborhood was actually the center of the Bund, the Nazi activity in New York City. And ADL folks used to go up there and sometimes debate, sometimes get in fights with Nazis. And it was a real issue, and it became a major priority for ADL before the war and enhanced our reputation for being if not the leading organization, one of the leading organizations in exposing and countering extremism.
And was that a precedent for cooperation with governmental authorities like the FBI? Did that carry over with other agencies?
That is, our relationship with law enforcement is one of our most important things. As a matter of fact, we've had missions of law enforcement people to Israel. We get attacked for that after the whole George Floyd thing and the Black Lives Matter movement. We've gotten attacked as Israel has, claiming that all these terrible things by American police are because of learning these things from Israel, and ADL played a role. So we hear this kind of stuff. But the truth is, our relationship with law enforcement is particularly important because there are many times where we actually help to prevent some violent act by providing information to law enforcement, and they turn to us because we have, as I said, we have all these experts at our Center on Extremism who monitor extremist activity. So yes, this became a hallmark of the work of ADL. From the 1930s and has continued to this day. Our Center on Extremism has now become a very, very large part of the work of ADL.